What is going on, YouTube? It's Mike, KOD81, and we're getting into video number 27 on our Lords of the Fallen walkthrough. And if you've been following along, in our last video, we started Brahma's Castle and got the Iron Wayfarer's quest finished up. And we left off we've already done the first floor of the castle, and we have a seedling right here. We rested, and it looks like I got another level, so I can go ahead and level up. I'll go ahead and put endurance would take me up a little bit. What's that, 13 points? As far as stamina, I don't really need it for the weight. And vitality would take me up 13 points. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in vitality. Get me a little health. And then I'm going to run over to our ladder that we kicked down. And because I had to rest at the end of the last video, the enemies are going to be respawned. So we're going to have our Minotaur friend in here. Oh, maybe I didn't have to rest. Oh, I didn't rest. I have 7 heals instead of 8. I think we can do this next area with 7 heals. Now we're going to go down and do the lower area of the castle. You can see there's a proselyte over there. I can lock onto him from afar and cast a couple of those. He's going to aggro. Ooh, I almost got a critical hit on him. Oh, I had it, but I wasn't aligned right in front of him. So you can see that there's a hole in the middle of the floor. We're going to be going down there, but I'm not going to drop down the hole. What I want to do first is go over to this door. And we came down from that direction where the staircase was, so the door is to the right. We're gonna pop her open. As we walk down here, a couple of these enemies will spawn, so I'll just take care of them. Make sure they don't throw any fireballs at me or anything while I go down. As we come down here, there's a dedicated item we'll pick up. Just a Vigor Skull, and then we can pull this lever, and that's going to open up this gate. Now, where this is back where the Minotaur was over there to the right, and our vestige is over there to the left. So I will go ahead and come back in. And now this is the side where the lever was and where we just killed the proselyte. Now I'm going to walk over to this side and break through the wall. And as I come down this way, if I look to the left, there's going to be a dedicated item right here on the altar. Some holy salt. As I go into the next room, there's a spot you can drop a seed. Things can get a little crazy in this next room. I'm going to buff my weapon, and I'm going to step out and cast Sanctify and then get my lamp ready, because there's going to be an enchantress in there with an Umbral Parasite. So I'm going to cast Sanctify. Try to stay behind a column and get her parasite. There's also going to be a Rogar somewhere and some fire dogs, I think. Ooh, I'm almost dead. I better cast Sanctify here. He got me, but that's okay. We need to go to Umbral anyway. So I'll get the Rogar. There's going to be a Reaper somewhere. There's a couple fire dogs back that way. Another Rogar over here. Oh, I thought I killed him. Yeah, you can see how I was saying this area can get a little hairy. So there's a couple more fire dogs back here to the left, and there's our Reaper back there too. So I'll take care of the fire dog and roll back out. Ooh, get me away. I had nowhere to roll. I got stuck in that little corner and the fire dog happened to be catching me on fire while the Reaper was getting me. So, no big deal, but now all our enemies are going to be respawned. So, I'll just go back up our ladder. Now we'll have to take care of the Ruiner again, the Minotaur. I'm just gonna cast lightning once on him and see if I can save a little mana. And then I'll go ahead and go back down and kill the proselyte again. I'll only cast lightning on him once. No, I'll go ahead and do twice, and then I'll use a large mana stone. I've got quite a lot of them, so. Oh, I didn't think he'd get me through there. There's my critical hit. Take that! Okay, I'll run back across, bust through my little board wall. We went left and got the item before, so I'm gonna go back out, do my Sanctify. Maybe I'll try to take care of this Rogar first. Enchantress's Parasite, got it. And the other Rogar got me again. But I have my 8-second invulnerability, so I'll take care of both of them. Item drop. Go to the left, get my vigor. Dog number 1. I better come out here and cast Sanctify. Dodge the Reaper, and it locked onto the dog. Oh, there's 2 more dogs. Okay, now we got them taken care of. I'll just pick up their drops. And as we get all the way to the back, there's a Mimic item. So we're gonna soul play that. Pick that up. Yeah, all that for a Mimic item, I know. But I told you guys we were getting everything. So as we walk forward, now there's going to be an item up there, but you see it's protected by a gargoyle, so we're going to try to get him. And another one drops down. Pick up our item, which is Lord's Bite. That's a fist weapon. And that's the only thing up there. You don't have to go all the way around or anything. We can come back here and exit Umbral. So now we've got our lower basement section taken care of. So we can go back up. that was the way to the lever, so we could go up this way. And now that our staircase is turned around, we're gonna head on up the stairs again. This time we can get out on the first level. In here to the right, there's a proselyte with a parasite, and we can pop it from here. I just heard it pop. In the room where the proselyte is, there's a chest. So we're gonna grab that, and that's the the Lord set. As we run out here, there's gonna be a couple trash enemies, but there's also an archer, so I'm gonna go for her first. I probably shouldn't have done that because I have to go to Umbral, but I knew that fire dog was there, and I was worried about getting sent to Umbral. Okay, but the good thing about not being in Umbral now is I can take care of the enemies over there before I have to go into Umbral. But if I open this door right here in front of us, we're gonna run up here and out to the right. We're gonna kick down this ladder, and I think, is this the ladder I said we were gonna be kicking down earlier? Where does this take us to? Okay. Just that area where we opened up the door right there. So, a little shortcut ladder. And then we're also going to walk around and get an item. You can see it over there, but we have to use our lamp to walk across and hug the wall. And that is going to be some consumables. We also have a shortcut door that's going to take us back out to that hallway where the Skin Stealer and the Rogar was in the window. The Rogar is going to be close, so when we open the door, we don't want to aggro them. We'll just turn around, use our lamp, and walk back across. So we'll run out here, go to the other side, and to the right on this bookshelf is going to be the royal key. That's going to open up the rest of the castle for us. There's going to be a proselyte. If I can hold. Let me lock on. I'll cast some lightning on him. Take care of him. And then I'll come down here. There's going to be a dog, a fire dog. And now we can open this door with the royal key. You can see that this is just the other side of the staircase. When we ran all the way up to the top and we couldn't open this door with the royal key, it would have taken us in here, but we had to go a different way, so I'm not sure what the purpose is. I guess, I don't know, if you wanted to spin the staircase around, you could get over here now. So anyway, we'll run back over here. There is an Umbral area out there, but there's also a Reaper, so I'm going to cast Sanctify. And I'll rebuff my weapon, and then I'll pop Umbral. And there he is. Dodge that. Get rid of him. Is he gonna drop something? No. Okay, now we'll run back this way. And if we look to the left, there's a missing railing. And we want to carefully hug the side and walk out onto this platform. Now we want to lock onto that platform, pull it over. And then we want to walk back out here. I actually messed up. I should have gone out here first and pulled that platform. That's the whole reason I popped Umbral right here. So now we'll run back over here. And I'll walk out this way. I'll pull that platform back across. Run up, pull this one. We're gonna have to jump the gap, and this platform doesn't stay. As you can see, it retracted. And there is a Saintly Quintessence. I think that's 3 of 4, if I'm not mistaken, that we need for our final upgrade. So pull that across, jump across again, and then run over to the end. And now we can go back in this room, and we can use the Umbral exit. So as we come back out here, we've already done everything over there. We're gonna go back out, and our next area is gonna be up the stairwell, but we need to take care of something first. So we're gonna go down our stairs, go over to our seedling, and we're going to warp to Kalrath. I know it sounds crazy, but you're gonna see why. I'm gonna try to run by most everything, but I'm basically headed towards the beacon. So I'm gonna run to the bottom, use my lamp and walk through. Run across. This is the Light Reaper arena. And I'm gonna head straight across like we did when we first progressed Kalrath in the beginning of the game. Up the steps. When I come down here, this enemy spawns. Not an Umbral, otherwise there would be a fairy right there. The Suiciders will still be there, so I'll aggro them and then get away. They blew up. I'll come over here to the left and get rid of the dog, and then take care of the Infernal Enchantress. And then I'm going to talk to the tortured prisoner. I'm going to hand over the letter.
Words.
That we picked that up in the castle. I mentioned it in the last video that we'd be progressing her. So now she's progressed. And I've been telling you to buy spells, and I want to cross-reference, so I'm going to buy the spells. 8,000, I've got 5,000.
Kindness, perhaps, for both of us.
I'll have another opportunity to buy them from her if I don't have Vigorous Skulls to do it, but I do have a 3,200, so I'll use a Vigorous Skull, and I'll buy that other spell.
My
And as I always say, on your first playthrough, I would get the rings and pendants and catalysts as well. Spells, rings, pendants, and catalysts from all NPCs on first playthrough. So now we've given her the charred letter, so she is progressed, and I'm going to go ahead and use a Vestige Moth to go back to our Kalrath Vestige. And once I'm at the Vestige, I'm gonna warp to the Vestige that we opened up in the castle. And once I'm here, if I look up to the right, now we're gonna see our tortured prisoner has warped here.
Talk. I dare
So
you.
we're gonna go through
Death
her
of the child
dialogue.
is not. Ah, my invitation reached you.
We still have access to her inventory.
A kindness, perhaps, for both of us.
And
Deathless
she has
one, but the
progressed.
child is not. Deathless, but the child.
So now we wanna go back to where, I guess we could just warp to our seedling now that we've talked to her. We have that shortcut up there, but I think we would have to fight a couple enemies, so I'll just warp to our seedling. And we'll go up here, up our ladder. Our Minotaur Ruiner friend will be back. So I'll get ready to deal with him. Cast lightning on him. Let it do its magic. Well, I didn't get out unscathed that time, but I feel okay about it. So we're gonna go ahead and continue up the steps. I'll just heal up with some magic. And we've already been through that level and gotten everything. Now we're gonna go all the way up the top. Now that our staircase is spun around, and we're gonna use our key to open up this door. As we walk in here, we're gonna turn left. And when we come in here, we're gonna turn right, walk around the corner, and there's gonna be a chest to our left. It's gonna have the Lord Catalyst, so that's gonna be a trophy item. And that's the only thing on this level. It's a circle all the way around. That's the doorway we came in. But now we're gonna go up this staircase. At the top of the staircase, there's gonna be an archer and a couple of dogs. So I'll pick up the archer's drop, and she gave me her helm. I'm gonna continue all the way over here, and there's gonna be a dedicated item by the bodies. A couple bigger skulls. Then I'm gonna go out here to the balcony. And I'm gonna pick up this dedicated item right here. And that's gonna be some consumables. Now we're gonna take care of our Minotaur friend. So I'm gonna buff my weapon. I'm gonna drop down. As soon as I can get a lock on him, I'm gonna cast a few lightning spells. I'll pop a mana cluster. He's taken care of, but there's a second one right here. I'll cast my lightning on him once. And take care of him. And then I'll go out here to the left, and there's going to be a dedicated item by the body right here. Some frostbite salts. Then go back out to the left. This is where the Minotaur was standing, opposite the way we fell down. And I'm going to use my lamp to walk through here. And when we come in here, this is going to be the King and Queen's bedroom. I'm going to walk up here. And that's the swaddling cloth. That's going to be the final quest item for the tortured prisoner. And then if I walk up by the bed, there's a dedicated item right there, and that's the Lord mask. So we should have the whole Lord set now. That goes towards your collect all armor trophy. And you can see there's a balcony out there and a stairwell going down. We're gonna go down the stairs. There's gonna be a dedicated item, some brio stones, and there is going to be... Huh, the push icon didn't come up, but we can push that open. Was that a bookshelf? Yeah, okay, that's another bookshelf, so an icon doesn't come up, but we can open it. I'm just gonna get away from the proselyte. I don't feel like dealing with him right now. Now, when we're in the bedroom, we came from this direction originally, got the items, and went down that way. We'll come out here to the balcony. There is an umbral way to do this if we wanted to pop umbral, but I think it's easier just to roll down. I'll take a little damage, but I can take care of that by healing up real quick. And then we'll walk up to the top of the crystal, and there's gonna be a fire ward. Nothing that I'll ever use, but we're getting everything. So now as we walk through this crystal area, we're gonna keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There's a crossroads right here. We want to go left right now. We couldn't go right. It would be blocked off to us by some crystals. So there's going to be a Minotaur out there. Once I can lock on, I'm going to cast lightning a couple times. Maybe throw one or two of these at him. And he's going to start casting those from afar. And we also have a Conflagrant Seer Mage right here. Poof. So he dropped that. I'm gonna go back down to where the Minotaur is. That was a large shard. I don't think that was a dedicated item. I think he might have dropped it. But either way, we got a large shard right there. Now, where the Minotaur is, if we walk out here, we can see there's an item down there. We want to roll, not jump, but walk off and die. Excuse me. But it just put us in umbral, so we get one more chance. It's kind of a difficult platforming spot. If you're off when you roll a little bit, it... See, I just walked off and died. Oh, no, I didn't die. So I tell you what. We can throw a seed. There's also a dedicated item right there, but I'll get it in a minute. I'm going to drop a seed right here. And I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna go back up and fight the Minotaur. I don't want to buff him up. So now we'll go back out and we will roll forward and get our item. Large Duralium chunk, but we don't have Gerlinda, and we gave the final rune tablet to Gerlinda to get the Crafter's Essence rune, so we can't use that until our next playthrough. So after we get that, we'll roll down to the next staircase, and then this was that dedicated item. It's Bartholomew's hammer, and then this is where I just dropped the seed. So now that we've gone up, actually we'll go ahead and take care of this first. We'll get this area all ready for us. Technically, we could go up there and fight the boss right now, but we don't want to because we have some quest progression to do. When you walk over here in Axiom, there's going to be a mimic. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it's over here, but for us it's right here right now. So we'll soul play that. Then I'm going to buff up my weapon, cast Sanctify, and go into Umbral because there's an Umbral belly right there. There's going to be a fairy and a Reaper. So I'll get my health back. Even though I'm not going to kill the boss now, but just a habit. So we'll pop our belly right there. And that's going to give us the Umbral Eye of Lydia the Numb Witch. So that should be Umbral Eye number 15, and that should pop your trophy. Let's see, 6, 12, 15. So we've got all of our Umbral Eyes. That should have just popped the trophy for you. So we'll pick that drop up. And we will run down this way. I could use my seed, but I'm going to run back this way just to show you where that other crossroads takes us. Right here, if we would have turned this way before we went and killed the Conflagrant Seer, there would have been a bunch of crystals right here, so we wouldn't have been able to go through. And we are back out at our castle vestige. So I'll go ahead and rest and get out of Umbral. And I'm gonna go talk to the tortured prisoner. I'm gonna give her the swaddling cloth, and this is gonna complete her quest. We're not gonna get the trophy yet, but this is the final stage of her quest.
Truths.
This is the last time we can access her store. So if you want this ring, which increased power of sorceries, isn't a bad ring, and the pendant increased fire damage and holy defense, not bad for an Inferno build, but I would get them regardless. If you're going for the trophies, you want to get them regardless. I would get them on the first playthrough. Rings, pendants, spells, catalysts, all NPCs. So now we're done with her. And as I said earlier, there is one final area of the castle. We have a shortcut to get in now. We can go up where we open this door. We can, oh, have I? No, I've rested. I was gonna say, why aren't they spawning? We'll kill those guys. The proselyte is gonna be alive and well, but if he doesn't aggro, we can go towards this way. We are gonna have our Minotaur. We'll pick up that item. And now there's no crystals there. So we can go to the last area of the castle. We're gonna go ahead and pop Umbral. And I like to take these guys out from distance. Gives me a little health back, and then there's an Infernal Enchantress at the top that I want to take out. So I'll run up, hit her with a heavy. Come in here, kill that guy. Open this door with the royal key. And I'm gonna get in here and turn to the left. There's gonna be a Reaper up ahead. This side, you'll also see that there's a chest after we pick up our item that the Reaper dropped. There's 2 open chests, and then this one we can get, and we get a shield of the Fist of the Beast, or First of the Beast. A shield that's going to go towards your all weapons trophy. When we get down to the bottom of this step, there's going to be a gargoyle and another Reaper waiting for us. There's the Reaper up there. Where's the gargoyle? Maybe there's not a gargoyle on this difficulty. I thought there was. So once we kill him, we'll notice that we're in a long dining hall. And at the very end of the hall, there's a stigma. And a lot of people miss this stigma. So you want to make sure you get that one.
We cannot tolerate this any longer.
Oh, there's the gargoyle.
A long line of offenses. But we all know there will be many more outrageous crimes.
Take care of him. I'm gonna heal up with a little bit of magic. And then behind the stigma in the fireplace, there's an item. That's gonna be the Sword of the Flayed. That's a pretty powerful Inferno sword. I'm gonna buff up my weapon. And them things aggro from ungodly distances. Where is she? Where's she? Oh, she was coming in the room. Oh no! I couldn't get out of there. Okay, so we'll have to do that again and go back and try to get our vigor and complete that area. So, let's take another stab at it. We're gonna run over to our shortcut gate. I'm not worried about popping that. Our staircase is to the left. I wonder if the Minotaur will aggro if I pass him. Maybe not. So I'll just come over here and pop Umbral. Kill these guys at a distance. And buff my weapon. Go for the Enchantress. Kill this guy again. Come out here to the left. Get rid of him. Pick up his rune that he dropped for me. There's the gargoyle this time. And the Reaper's in here too. Good. Whoa, why did I lock on the stigma? That wasn't cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it again. I think we had already gotten our Umbral Scourings, but just in case.
We cannot
So we'll get
tolerate this
our
any
item.
longer. The barber is
And then here comes the Infernal Enchantress again. Give me my vigor back. I'll take that. So we'll just let that stigma play out.
Fates in my hands. You would do well to remember that, Fitzroy. Yes, Your Majesty.
Okay, no umbral scourings, so we must have got it before we died. There's nothing up this way to the right that you have to worry about. Nothing in this little side area. As we go out here on the altar, there's going to be a dedicated item right in front of us, and the Enchantress starts off standing right here. A lot of times she won't aggro when you're fighting the Reapers and the Gargoyle, and when you come in this room, you can get a hit on her. But she aggroed both times for us. Now, when we open this door, there's going to be a Skin Stealer out there and a couple other enemies. If you don't go out right away, the Skin Stealer gets right next to the door, and sometimes it's hard to hit him. So I'm going to buff my weapon, open the door, and roll out right away. Maybe get a surprise hit on the Skin Stealer. Take care of the dog. Okay, and that was it. There's a dedicated item right here. That's going to be the Pendant of Infernal Oblation. That might be one of the last pendants in the game. If you bought all the pendants from the stores, from the NPC stores, I think that might have been the last pendant. Unless there's a pendant related to a quest that we haven't gotten yet. Okay, before we use that umbral exit, we're going to break through that door right there. And we want to kick down this ladder. That goes down where I told you earlier we were eventually going to kick down that ladder. We got an item right here, and if I busted through that wall, that's where the archer would be over there. So after I kick down that ladder, I want to trigger that elevator plate, but I don't want to go up it yet. I'm just going to run right across. And then if I look down where the elevator was, that's going to be our final Saintly Quintessence. So I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to call the elevator back to us. And then I can come out here and use my umbral exit. Also, over here, there's nothing trophy related. But since we started that side quest with the trees on fire, if we were in Umbral, we would see that there was kind of like a tree vine thing there. But we'll go ahead and switch to our fist, and we will throw a snowball at it, aim just above it, and put it out. So we've gotten 2 of them, even though we're not going for that quest. And now we can go ahead and go up this elevator. Do 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 do. And as we get to the top, there's going to be a gate that we can umbral walk through. Hold out our lamp and walk through. That bridge right there, you could try to walk it, but we have to go into umbral anyway. And I also just noticed that I didn't have my catalyst equipped after I switched it to that fist weapon. But a gargoyle drops down, and a lot of times he'll hit you and kill you anyway. So we're gonna pop Umbral, and he's actually right there. And another one drops down. I heard him behind me. So we'll take care of them. And as we get in here, we're gonna roll down to that lower. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I missed it. I don't think there was anything up there. I think it just saves you from taking damage. We'll go back and find out for sure, but I don't think there was anything up there. Now, as we walk into here, that fairy to the left is going to come to life, and then a fairy to the right is going to come to life. So I'm going to run left and hit her. I knocked her down, and then I'm going to come over and hit her. Get my item, and then you can see that there is an item hanging in that body right there. So we're going to knock it down. But wait, there's more. This was just a drop from the fairy. It must have killed her. If I look way up top, there's also an item up there that we're going to shoot down. And now I'm going to go pick them up. This was the first one. That's the Grace of Adir loincloth and the Grace of Adir mask. This is the only spot that you get those. So those go towards your all armor trophy. And the second one was the Grace of Adir scalp, which was the other Grace of Adir mask. And this is the only place that you get those. So they goes towards your armor trophy. Now if we walk back out this way, make a left at the rafter right here. We'll go down a ladder. And we're back down here. I'm gonna go this way, and I'm gonna double check and make sure that there was no item, just for peace of mind. I'm almost 100% positive that there was no item where we missed that roll, but we're gonna find out for sure. So I called my elevator back down. Elevator. Take my elevator back up. Then I'm gonna walk run over here. And this is where we missed that roll. Yeah, see, there was nothing down here. It was just to save you from a little bit of damage. So we could just run right across, go back down the ladder. I just wanted to prove to you guys how good my memory is. That's what it was. I did that on purpose. So now we're just going to run back out the way we came. And head back out to our vestige. And everything... Sometimes it looks like the crystals appear again for a second. But if you run at them, they'll disappear. Our Minotaur is still out there. We'll just take care of him real quick. We might be close to a level, who knows? And he gave us a little gift, his boots. That did give us a level. Ah. So we don't have our seed here anymore. Our seed is right next to the boss fight, but it doesn't really matter. I'll just go ahead and I'll toss a seed right here. I'm going to upgrade. This is going to be my last upgrade before the big boss, final boss for all the other endings. Not our final boss, but a boss nonetheless. So, what do I want to do? And that gives me 8. And that'll give me 10, but just in my one weapon. I'm gonna do strength and spread it across both weapons. And then I'm just gonna warp back over to the castle vestige. And we totally progressed our tortured prisoner. So her quest technically is complete. We're gonna get the trophy for that as soon as we kill the last boss. And that's what we're gonna do in the next video, guys. We've run through the complete castle. We've got all the items out of the castle. All that's left is going up to fight the boss and then deal with a deer. And then we'll have another boss. So we're gonna end up wrapping this up in the next video. So the next video will actually be our last video of the walkthrough. So we almost made it, guys. So that's gonna do it for, where were we at? Video 27, I think. So we'll see you on the next one. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe if this is helping you out. Share it with your friends if you got somebody else that's playing the game and needs a little help. You can reach out to me on PSN, AOD 1981, if you not have any questions or need any help with anything. And other than that, we'll see you in the final video. See you guys. Peace.